There is a time and a place for everything, and everything in its time. If you don't believe me, think about it. There is a time and a place for everything. The time is now, in present. So, what is there to talk about? People say, "Oh, nice meeting you. Where are you from?" And I tell them where I'm from, and I say, "Where are you at?" And they say, "Well, I'm in such and such." And I said, "Well, you're too far away." And they say, "Well, uh, why are you giving up on me so soon?" And I said, "Why don't you try relocating and see how much money it takes to do that?" And they say, "Yeah, good point. It costs a lot of money to move." And I went from Florida all the way across the Midwest, and ended up in El Paso, Texas, and it was $940 in gas, something like that. So I figure I'll drive. That way, when I get there, I'll have transportation. And then the car started acting up, and it was costing money to fix. So I took it to a used car lot, and I asked them, "How much would you give me for this car?" And the price kept going down as I was talking. So I stopped talking, and I said, "Are you going to give me $100 cash right now for this car?" And he said, "Yeah, if I can drive you home and get it back to the car lot, it's worth $100. I said, "Fine, put some gas in it and we'll get there." He says, "You're going to make me pay for gas." I said, "I told you I was broke. I wanted to sell the car." So he agreed. So he took the car, ended up in the junkyard. I knew it was on its last leg. 2 years before, I paid $1,100 for it. It lasted that long without much trouble. So I knew that there had to be some changes. I told him, "You're buying it as is." He said, "Yeah, I know that." And he thought that the car was worth that much money. And I said, "Well, that's your risk." I said, "I don't know how long it's going to last, and neither do you." I saw it driving around town a little bit after I sold it. And the parts were not available for it anymore. That's a good reason to get rid of a car, because there's no parts to buy new to rectify a little downtime. Good. Good for me. I took a loss, but I got 2 years out of it. And then it was time to call it quits. So I did. Isn't that an interesting story? So I've been looking for another car, and I have not found one yet. And I'm looking for someone to donate a car to me that knows that I'm in need of transportation, and I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm putting this video on the, what do you call that? Reels. And maybe someone will say, "Paul needs a car. And I have this car and I don't know what to do with it. And it runs okay." So here's my number: 1 915-341-3572. If you would like to donate a car to me, Douglas Paul, I would appreciate it. No, I mean, just gift it, and don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So there are people out there that have a car just sitting around and it's not being used, and I could put it to good use. So I'm going to put this on Reels and see what the result is. If you want to sell me a car, don't look at me because I don't have it. I'm on Social Security and I'm 67 years old next month. That's my story. Thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day, and don't forget to pray.